Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the day of the video. Darren, how's it going today? Today is a big day. It's referendum day, ladies and gentlemen. We've been fucking working our way up for this for the past 4 months. And if anything good comes out of this, hopefully we can just forget it ever happened. And really, the only way that can happen is if we vote to stay in. So, hopefully that works. If we vote to leave, we're going to have another fucking 2 years of talking about it. And if that is as good a reason as any, in my book. Otherwise though, got up. Bad dreams last night, really bad dreams. So bad so that I ended up waking up early and then just like lying awake for like dozing for about an hour and a bit. So I didn't want to keep going back to sleep because I kept going back into the same dream. So that was that. Got ready. Thought about bussing today, but it looks dry. It's going to be dry all day. And then Laura was like, looks like it's raining outside. I'm like, no, it's not raining. There's no weather forecasters predicted any kind of rain. There's no rain on the radars. I'm like, maybe it is. And I literally walked out to get the bus. I went back in and I was like, fuck this, I'm getting a longboard. To be honest with you, because it cheers me up. Sitting on a bus, it's so fucking miserable. And longboarding is so much fun and so relaxed that I don't want to sit on a bus, basically. Something about this and just standing on, basically just standing on a wooden plank and rolling to work. Something about it is just so relaxing, and even just having it under my desk all day makes me feel less miserable, I guess. I've been struggling with motivation recently, and I've been like quite down over the past couple of days. I need to like just be like, come on, Jamie. So yeah, hopefully by the end of this week I'll be back normal again. But I've been really down. I've been struggling with the videos, with daily vlogs as well, to be honest. I feel like I'm treading water and I'm not really moving forward. I'm not really moving forward with anything. I think that's my problem. I like moving forward, I like progress, and I don't feel like I'm getting any progress anywhere at the moment. Just had to bail off my board there. I was coming down, you know, the path near the that tunnel thing where it goes like downhill on both sides. I was coming down there. I checked behind me to make sure that there was no cyclists behind me, because obviously they go faster than I do. Why don't you fucking beep? And the cyclist, like normally I try and keep out of the way because cyclists are normally quite, to be honest, quite arseholey. Although one of them just said, oh, it's what I call a real skateboard. I'm like, cheers, man. But like, I don't know if it's because they're less talkative, obviously, than pedestrians, or it's because they're trying to get somewhere quick and all that kind of shit, but I feel like they can be a bit of a dick sometimes. So I was like, I cleared space behind me, made sure no one was behind me, then went down this hill. From that point on, obviously, like, I've got no brakes or whatever. And it narrows down. I was in the tunnel and a cyclist was coming down the other way, fast. And I'm like, trying to measure the speeds between me and them. And I'm like, we're both going to go through these two bollards at the same time. And I mean, it's wide enough to, but I don't feel safe enough. Like, you know how if you're trying to get through a narrow gap, you don't go through it fast. So I like put my foot down to slow down, realised that like they weren't going to slow down in the slightest, and then was like, oh shit. And then because my foot was off for slowing down, I couldn't like spin it, like get the board through the gap, and then had to bail basically. So it was either that or I hit the pole or I hit them, and they weren't going to slow down, so I had to stop. So you've got to learn your place in the world, I guess. But yeah, also another cyclist today, as he overtook me, was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then carried on going. I assume he said that because he saw me vlogging rather than me skateboarding, unless he says that to everyone on that path that's walking because they're slower than him. But I don't know what it is. You get fucking cyclists who think they're in the fucking Tour de France, and they're God's gift to cycling or whatever, and they need to get to where they're going as fast as humanly possible and won't slow down for shit. Like, just leave for work a bit earlier if you're in a rush. Why get there all sweaty? You know what I mean? I'd much rather take 45 minutes to get there and then not have to have a shower when I get there, than take 30 minutes to get there, then have to have a shower. Like, just chill the fuck out, yeah? It's the morning. Everyone's trying to have a good day today. Christ. Sorry, speaking of getting sweaty, take my hoodie off because it's getting warm. And this bit's like always the warmest bit because you've got to push the most. But yeah, there's this thing going on at the moment. It's like this debate about opening more cycle tracks in Bristol. I mean, firstly, I don't know how they're going to achieve that, because the only reason that one exists is because it used to be a railway track. You can't just make them, because there's houses in the way. But there's like this big debate about like opening more cycle paths, because pedestrians don't feel safe walking on them because people cycle too fast. There's no need to cycle at like 50. So there's like a couple of times where like pedestrians will get knocked over or something because a cyclist is going a million mile an hour and doesn't want to slow down, and they'd rather get through a really narrow spot than slow down. But yeah, so there's a big thing about, should they open more? If they open more, should they be footpaths rather than cycle paths, etc, etc. But they're never going to open more, because like I say, it's a railway. You can't just build a railway track and not put railroads on it anymore. Whoa, left that a bit late. I was trying to act all cool there, but as it happens, Bristol, I'm all for opening up more of those paths. I just don't think you'll pull it off. Whoop, up the bump. Right, okay, we're almost at work, so 10 minutes early again. I'll wait outside for a bit, I think, before going in. No, cool. Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to do tricks. It don't help when the board's all the way over here, does it? So apparently there is this thing called walking the plank, right? So you're longboarding like this. I imagine it's easier when you're rolling as well. I'm currently out on a run with Laura. She's in that tunnel and her watch isn't going to know where the fuck she is. So she's doing like paces, interval training. Right, okay. So at the moment, all I do, because I'm uncool, is like commute on this longboard. So what I've got to try and do is learn some cool tricks. So apparently what you do is you put your foot back here, right? And you put one around like that, spin that foot, whoops a daisy. And you bring this one here, bring that one back around without putting your foot on the floor because you're moving, and then you go back and you're back. It's called walking the plank. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment. Otherwise, it's not going well. I think you've got to do it at like speed or on a stationary board. And I don't, because I'm scared. I'm scared of dying. Lol. Otherwise, though, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Did I tell you I was having lunch? I think I vlogged on the way either to or from lunch, didn't I? Here she comes! Am I heading off? Anyway, I need to start my vlog from earlier, clearly. So, work today. Been working on some stuff. I had to get the morning off. Well, not the morning off, but an hour off in the morning. I'm not going into work tomorrow until about 10ish. I've got to go to Bath to pick up some stuff for graduation, which is really awkward because they're like only open in office hours. Like the computer science office is open at a certain time, and that's when I've got to go, which is awkward as balls. Because obviously it opens at 9 and finishes at 5, or 4 I think, which isn't good. So work have kindly let me come in an hour late, although to pay for that I've got to have like half an hour lunch and then stay behind half an hour. But to be honest with you, it's unlikely anyone's going to be there at that time on a Friday, so just wait for everyone else to go, then go. Lol. That is clearly a joke. I'm a good boy. So yeah, otherwise work today has been getting my teeth into this stuff that I'm trying to like separate out. We've got this big ass thing called the dependency factory, which is a mess to say the least. Downhill, whee, which is a mess to say the least, and I'm trying to separate it out into like, it's clearly 4 different things, so I'm going to separate it out into those 4 different things. And I was working through that today. Went to lunch. I was in quite the predicament in lunch, but I headed out to see Laura. We solved the problem together. And then we had lunch together and whatnot, and then went back to work. When I got back into work, this is why I thought I spoke to you, but obviously not, because I would have been in work at the time. I was talking, came in and the receptionist asked like, oh, do you skate then? And I was like, well, no, not really, but I longboard because because I refuse to associate myself with skateboarders. I kid, actually. I might look into getting a skateboard. They do look cool. The problem with skateboards is the wheels are too hard, so you get like, it vibrates too much. It's not, this is completely different. But I do miss the fact that they can do tricks and shit, and it looks cooler. What they do looks cooler, I think, than me on a flat path, you know. So I was telling her about it, and I had like a good 5-minute chat with her, and I was like, do you want to go? Do you want to just like stand on it or whatever? It was really funny. I was going to tell Laura this, but she's running. I just remembered when I came out. And then in the afternoon, I was ripping apart this stuff. I've moved some things because they don't make sense where they are. We've like got the moment, we've got like a builder for something is separate from, it's in a completely different project to the thing it actually builds. So I've moved it around, which meant having to change a load of using statements. So the next merge I do, I'm trying to save all these. Apparently when I commit, it all adds to my previous pull request, which I didn't realise. So I'm trying to save these ones out from that pull request. I'm keeping it all locally instead. Although, like by the end of tomorrow, I'll sync it up because I'll turn my computer off and whatever. Although I don't have a RAM disk, so I don't need to do that. But anyway, so I was doing that, having a whale of a time. I actually got so stuck into it that I didn't realise it was 25 past 5. So that was fun. I generally enjoyed that one. We is off, sorry. I'll start talking before the camera beeped there. For the final interval now. So yeah, I was talking to her and I was like, it was quite funny. And then I was ripping shit apart. And then I left. I left via office to go and pick up my new shoes because I ordered some. My work shoes were broken, so I've ordered some new ones now, which is good. Probably going to see if I can wear them in tomorrow, although it might not be a good idea because I've got a longboarding bath, because I'm going to want to be able to leave. I want to be able to get back to Bristol as fast as possible, and that means longboarding. Otherwise though, came back, I was racing Laura's bus. I saw Laura's bus as I was turning right to go down to office. A load of people were getting on. I left office, saw it drive away, and then raced it to the next stop. But it drove away from the next stop just as I got there. I think it was full, so it like stopped taking people. Otherwise, I'd have bloody got it, which is sad. And then we came home, had dinner, went out to go and vote, and then we were just like amping up. Laura was going for a run. I was going to stay at home and do some stuff, but I want to hang out with Laura, even though I'm not really hanging out with her, I'm just behind her talking to you, but I want to hang out with Laura and spend some time with her, so I'm like, I'm taking tonight off. So yeah, that should be good. I don't have like things on my to-do list, while I've got big long running things that I'm still working on. Today's to-do list is quite bitty, so I can do that while watching TV later. So I thought I'd go out on the longboard, get some fresh air, have a bit of fun, talk to Laura while I'm at it, a bit in between running sessions. And now I've finished vlogging, I can keep pace with her and I can push her on. Oh, loads of gnats just flew into my face. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back. That was a good run for Laura, and now we are about to head off to bed. It's late. I've done some email sending. My funnier project supervisor emailed me some stuff, and I'd like looked it over and emailed him back my opinions. So I assume that's a good sign. Otherwise, the referendum stuff is going on right now, and it's blooming exciting. But there's no point staying up. Like, I want to sit and I want to watch like all of the analysis as it comes through and all that kind of stuff. But when expecting results at like midnight, the first people, and like if it's as close as they make out, we're not going to find out till 6 in the morning, and I've got to be on a train at 7. So I'm going to have to bloody do this stuff tomorrow. Right, okay, let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got to get to Bath, but I need to get to Bath as soon as possible, so I'm going to get there for like as it opens at 9, and then I'm going to be training back. Yeah, so that's why I'm training down. Laura's going to give me a lift down. I'm going to train into Bath, do what I need to do, get back, train back, then longboard to work, most likely, assuming it's not raining. I mean, we've actually had no news today, so it's just been 10 o'clock news. No, mate, we're having a fucking 3-hour run up into the bloody referendum. Thank you very much. So I think the weather's going to be okay though, if I remember the forecast correctly. Sort that out, go to work. Shorter lunch than normal. Half-hour lunch, but I'll still leave the office for half an hour because it's bad for you to stay close. And then hopefully I'm still doing some of this exciting stuff that I'm doing, so I'll be able to keep forging through. I want to get it done by the end of tomorrow, hopefully, so I can just like check it in and be like, lol, there you go, sync it, bye. When you come back in, it's going to be great, because I don't know whether the guy who actually does the merging is in tomorrow or not. Hopefully, because hopefully he'll merge it before I get there, and then I can be like, right, sweet, now I can actually check in and use sales control like it's supposed to be sort of done. But since I merged on like Tuesday, no one else has merged to the dev branch. No one, like at all. I've got like email notifications if someone does, because I'll pull it down into mine. But, so I don't know what everyone else is doing. I generally have no fucking idea. It's shocking. So, yeah, that's the plan, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you tomorrow. So now my daily vlog's going to be a bitch tomorrow, isn't it? My daily vlog might be late. This video might be late. Oh, I should have thought about that actually, because I'm going to be out so early and stuff. It's possible to spin. I'll try and get it uploaded. It's quite a long video as well, I think, compared to my normal one, so it's not going to be as quick as I would hope. But I'll see what I can do. If I leave my computer running, uploading, then Laura can always turn it off later when she gets back from the train station and stuff. So we can always do that. It'll be fine. I'll get it up, but the description probably won't be done unless I do it my lunch break. Who knows? Right, bedtime. Catch you later. Come on, people, vote properly. Also, like, this is like such a huge vote right now. Like, if it's Remain, everything stays the same, everything's fine, everything's honky dory, in my eyes. If we vote Remain, but we're just edge it either way, then that's probably going to be enough to be scary to Europe and stuff. There might be like some kind of reform or whatever. But if we leave, like, we either leave and the economy goes to shit, or we leave, we do okay, and then the euro goes to shit because everyone will just leave. So it's such a fucking huge vote, man. I love this kind of shit, but I've got to go to bed. Hopefully though, when I wake up in the morning, we should know. If I don't know by the time I wake up in the morning, then it's really, really fucking close. So, cool. I'll catch you later.